The Corpse Reviver number 2, one of those nerdy cocktails that bartenders seem to love, but can be enjoyed by anybody when made well. And today I'm gonna show you how to make one. So this cocktail was originally invented as a hangover cure, and the idea was to revive your corpse after a long night of drinking. But if you were to drink 4 in quick succession, you would unrevive any corpse that you just revived. But before we get into all of that, my name is Louie and welcome to my channel. On this channel, we cover cocktail recipes, bartending tips and tricks, my favorite spirits, and what it's like to own my own restaurant and bar. So if any of that sounds interesting to you, come on over here, hit that subscribe button, hit that little bell icon to never miss out on any of the videos that I post. But all right, let's get back to why you guys came here. This cocktail originally appeared in the Savoy Cocktail Book, which is a cocktail book that should be a reference for any bartender. It was published a really long time ago, almost 100 years ago now, and a lot of the more classic cocktails that we talk about today, they can be found here. But the interesting thing about this cocktail is that it calls for something called Quina Lillet, which is no longer made. They no longer make Quina Lillet, and so we are going to be using Lillet Blanc. Some people say that Coca Americano is actually the best flavor swap for the Quina Lillet. That's a really hard tongue twister. Quina Lillet. And so we're gonna be using the Lillet. I don't have any Coca Americano. And the reason we're gonna be doing that is that we're actually going to be following the recipe from the Death & Company cocktail book, which is, I've talked about it many times on this channel. This is, for me, the best resource for any bartender or anyone looking to make cocktails, evaluate cocktails, build a cocktail. And we're gonna be following the recipe that they have for a Corpse Reviver from this book. So let's jump on into it. So this cocktail is a little similar to some of the other cocktails that I featured on this channel before, such as The Last Word, Paper Plane, The Naked and Famous, in the sense that it is 4 ingredients equal parts. So in a way, those can be almost like distant relatives of the Corpse Reviver number 2. It is a gin-based cocktail, and we're gonna be using the Scapegrace Gold Gin. But first, we're gonna grab our shaker. This is a shaken cocktail. Grab our jigger to measure stuff out. And we're gonna start building this cocktail from the cheapest ingredient to the most expensive. We're gonna start with 3/4 ounce of fresh lemon juice. We're gonna be doing 3/4 ounce of Lillet. We are going to do 3/4 ounce of our Cointreau. 3/4 ounce of our London Dry Style Gin. I love Scapegrace's Gold because it is a little bit higher proof. It comes in at 57%, which really gives any cocktail that you make with it a really nice body, and it really stands up to stronger flavors. And last but not least, we're gonna do 2 dashes of our absinthe. The Death & Company cocktail book calls for Vieux Pontellier absinthe. I'm gonna be using St. George's Absinthe Vert because I love St. George. 2 dashes of that right into the cocktail shaker. Put some ice in this bad boy, shake it, and serve. So we're just gonna pop that open, grab our coupe, our Hawthorne strainer, our fine mesh strainer, and we're going to double strain. This cocktail does not get a garnish. It really doesn't need one. All right, let's give this puppy a taste. Look at that color. It's nice and pale, and it has that really interesting look to it. Ooh, you can smell the absinthe a little bit on the nose, and you get a little bit of the Lillet on there as well. Oh, that's funky. That's funky. I really like that. Wow, that's so weird. I love that. Wow, that's so weird. I love it. I can't stop. The gin is great. You can taste some of those typical gin notes there. The Lillet, which is a wine-based spirit, helps you. You can kind of taste the wine in it. The Cointreau gives it a nice orangey flavor. The lemon gives it that tart sharpness from the citrus. And then you really do taste that absinthe. And it's good because it's just a small amount, so you can just kind of get little tastes of it. It is an excellent cocktail, and one that I genuinely believe everybody should try. This is, like I said, one of those super nerdy cocktails that bartenders love. It has gotten super popular over the last couple of years, but it is an excellent cocktail. This cocktail is exquisite. It is a fantastic classic gin-based cocktail, and it's really one of those that if you call yourself a bartender, you really need to try it at least once and know how to make it. But there you have it, guys. If you enjoyed this episode, I would really appreciate it if you can come on over here, hit that like button, leave a comment down below, let me know how I'm doing, give me some suggestions for cocktails you want to see, let me know what else you think I can do on this channel. I do have a series coming out of how to bartend, and that goes over the basics of cocktails, as in like the introduction to cocktails, all the different bar tools, stirring versus shaking, all those different things that really make up the technique behind making cocktails and bartending. So keep an eye out for that. And I appreciate you all for watching. I'm gonna get back to enjoying this fantastic cocktail, and we'll catch you in the next one. Cheers.